watching Hex News.
The HEX Ponzi scheme is big today. Everything else is the Ponzi, except for Bitcoin, because of the innovation. That is the only reason that the HEX or that the Bitcoin is not the Ponzi scheme. Let's see. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Oh, let's see. Sorry about that. Tone Vase decided to be racist.
I couldn't tell if that was Mike Alfred or Tone Vase. I couldn't tell.
They're the same. They're the same. It doesn't matter, right? They're the exact same person.
I'm honored that you busted that out.
Yes.
That's
The old Tone Vase.
Like.
We have a Tone Vase puppet here that was gifted to us by Johnny Chaos. It's been great. It's been a great. It's got many use cases.
I was telling Senor, the Honorable Corey Costa, that right after I bought Hex, I came out to visit you, and you gave me kind of like a marathon of ridiculous futters, and he was like one of the main ones you showed me right off the bat. So.
Oh, it's not. Yep, you're right. Sorry, my mic is not on the right one. Hold on.
Can you guys hear me properly? By the way, I moved. I'm trying to move my face up closer to my mic.
I can hear both of you.
Cool. Okay.
Personally.
Thanks, Crystal. Does it sound a lot better now?
Way better.
Perfect. Yeah.
Wow, you guys let me go through that without it on
You
my mic.
know, you know my ears. You know my damaged ears. Everything sounds the same to me.
So yeah, today there was a Tone Vase stream with Richard. I don't know if you guys caught it. I just caught a little bit of it. I don't think you said that you caught it, but Tone Vase going on there saying that the only reason or the only thing that is not a Ponzi pretty much is Bitcoin in this space is Bitcoin because of the innovation that Bitcoin gave us. And Ethereum is a Ponzi, Hex is a Ponzi, pretty much everything because of the innovation. It doesn't matter if you're a utility token, you're a Ponzi. And so I wanted to talk about how maybe, is Hex a Ponzi, guys? Is that what we're going through? Is that what we decided here? Is that the big takeaway from this one? And we could start there. What do you think, Corey Costa?
Sure. I just want to make sure. Can you gentlemen hear me properly?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So do I think Hex is a Ponzi scheme? No. And I think that what the main problem here is that when you have someone who makes such a sensationalist claim that everything is a Ponzi scheme with the exception of Bitcoin, that's like saying every search engine after Yahoo is a Ponzi scheme simply because it came after Yahoo. Right. And I find that to be a major issue because that is a major turnoff to many new investors that come in and may not have the guidance or the understanding of blockchain that we do. And to jump to the conclusion that Hex is a Ponzi scheme, still coming at Hex when you have other protocols that are legitimate Ponzi schemes that come out and basically in the fine print say,
Did it just crash? Everybody still here?
It's cutting out on my end.
Cut out?
Mm-hmm. And he's frozen on my end.
Yeah. Sorry, Corey.
That was strange.
There it goes. I don't think your video came back though.
What do you mean?
It cut out on all of ours. So it wasn't just you.
Okay.
It was it must have been like a StreamYard server or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there's a major thunderstorm going on right now. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, weird. Your video didn't come up.
My video's not here right now?
No, I don't see any of your video. You see it, Explosive?
No, I just see it's frozen. Image.
Now it's a black screen.
Let me try. Come back.
Yeah, if you want to come back and go there and come back again, that'd be fine. Corey Costa. I'll read from the. Let's see what a Ponzi scheme is. Let's just. I don't know what happened. I think this is a StreamYard issue. Weird.
Well,
Okay.
there you
A
go.
Ponzi scheme. Go ahead. It took me out.
I know. I was like, this is weird. This
you
sounds
guys-
like
I like started the whole. I was like a Ponzi scheme, and then it just.
Can you guys see me
it's
now?
almost, yeah,
I
you're
can see
good.
it, Corey.
Okay, I don't know what that was.
Rug yard.
No,
Yeah, it looks
somebody doesn't want this information to come out, you know.
So I'll read from the what a Ponzi scheme is. A Ponzi scheme promises high returns that it sustains for a while by stealing from the principal of new depositors to pay the returns to older depositors. It fails when it can't meet its obligations. Also, these schemes usually pretend to have some kind of magic mechanism like a trading bot to explain their high APY. In HEX, the yield which is paid to the stakers comes from inflation and not other users. This is programmed into the immutable smart contract without any middleman. You make your rewards by interacting with the contract. No one owes you anything, anybody, anything. You can owe yourself to meet your, or you only owe yourself to meet your own rewards in the future. In HEX, there are no promises. So, like it, just like Bitcoin, I don't understand how they don't get it. Where it's just like, you do realize that it's exactly like Bitcoin, where the miners are just the stakers in HEX. Like it's almost exactly where it's just like, I get that they're saying, oh, it's not a new innovation. It's like, okay, but it's still not a Ponzi. You just don't like HEX,
Yeah.
which is fine if somebody doesn't like it. But calling it a Ponzi
It's like
or
a diesel
scam,
versus a gas
Exactly.
motor. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like
It-
it's still a motor, guys.
yeah,
I find it baffling that these influencers have this lack of knowledge when they could have easily went and looked at Celsius and
Right.
should have spoke about Celsius. That is a legitimate Ponzi scheme.
Yes.
That their lawyers basically came out and just said a couple of days ago that depositors' funds are now ours. Basically, to paraphrase,
Yeah.
that's a Ponzi scheme. And to continuously attack HEX when you have literally a protocol with billions of dollars locked up and trying to create yield from over leverage trading and also from other individuals. Why aren't you attacking that as opposed to HEX, where yield comes from inflation? And the inflation rate is actually a very healthy rate. If you look at monetary instruments, the inflation rate of HEX is actually a very healthy rate.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Bitcoin just got below 3.69, and that was after 10 years because I think it's like 3.11 now or something like that of inflation. But even that, we're not even seeing that inflation for years because of people that are staked. So that was if everybody was unstaked, you would get 3.6, or if there was one person, I guess, that was staked, you get 3.69, and they were, but nobody's doing that. So it's like, these guys that I think they just don't understand what HEX is, and then they just try to say it's a Ponzi, and what we always say, it's a Richard Hart derangement syndrome. Because it's like, we don't like you, Richard, and we think that you're scamming people. So and I get what they're doing, but like Tone Vase is just dishonest, I believe, because he's doesn't care what you're into, but
he either has no understanding of his own coin or he's completely lying. You know what I mean? So it's one of the.
Well, he's got to be lying because his whole thing is unconfiscatable, right? Like he calls his show unconfiscatable when the government confiscates Bitcoin all the time. And he was talking about that, and he said, well, that's just bad key handling. Like you should just have better key handling. It's like, no, they can literally do, like it's either give us your keys or go to prison for 30 years. And it's like, okay, you're going to give it, that's like saying, well, cash is your cash until somebody steals it or the government comes for it. It's like, oh, well, that's that's unconfiscatable until they come for it. Like anything is unconfiscatable until they actually come for it, and they're gonna put you in prison for 40 years until you give it to them. Then, or they put you on the torture chamber in Guantanamo Bay or something like that. You're gonna give it to them. You're gonna give the government the money, right?
Exactly.
So like,
and HEX has no admin keys. It's immutable code. It's at 100% uptime since its inception. I mean, I don't know what more needs to be conveyed that it's not a Ponzi scheme. I really don't know what else needs to be said besides educating these individuals but you can lead a man to the river, but you can't teach him how to fish.
Right.
And that's the problem here, is that these people, they don't understand. They'll go with Celsius, and Celsius here breaks the thermometer. I'm glad in America we still use the imperial system with Fahrenheit.
Right.
Don't use Celsius. But you won't take out an hour of your day to realize that everything you've said about this protocol and this community is a farce. And I find that this lack of this illusion of education, that's even worse than ignorance, the illusion of education and teaching people falsified lies. That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah, Metallic almost says, I didn't see this part, but when Tone Base said that Richard has admin keys to Hex, that was the point where I got frustrated. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I didn't see that part, but I don't put that past him for sure, because it's like he just doesn't know
any of these arguments. Most of the arguments against Hex just kind of reveal lack of research.
I agree.
Which is really dumb for a lot of these guys, where it's like, you do realize Hex has gone up 10,000x. Why don't you at least put in the time and effort to figure out what this guy's talking about? He's smarter than you. He's actually beating you in debates. Why not actually do a little bit of research? Just a little bit. Like, just come to one stream and ask some questions to Richard, to any of us. Like, we can help you. We don't want to see you go down the stupid rabbit hole of Bitcoin where you're not going to get any returns. You're going to put your money in BlockFi, and then BlockFi is just going to take all of your money, or Celsius or any of the BitConnect back in the day. So that was one of the things. Corey Costa, I haven't. What is your story getting into Hex, Pulse Chain? How'd you get in? Everything like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. And I wanted to say, first and foremost, before I start saying that, I want to say thank you so much for bringing me on the show. It means a lot, man. We haven't spoken quite some time, and it's an honor to be here with you two gentlemen.
You're killing it. You're killing it on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
You're having lots of people.
I'm a fan of yours.
He is. He was like, dude, your stream with Corey Costa is like the best one, because you are a great person to talk to, because you just are, you've got lots of knowledge. You're a very good listener, which is, some people aren't the best
articulate and a good
and
listener.
Articulate. Yeah. We
thank you so much.
We enjoy your streams. So yeah, you're great. You're
seriously,
a great asset to the community.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to the community as well for supporting me. So I want to say that I had a great conversation with David last night. David Feder. And he was like, I really hope to one day be on Hexologist live stream.
Oh, he's gonna be on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna be happy to hear that. So my journey into Hex and Pulse Chain. Okay, so it's actually really interesting story. So we're in 2022. So I learned about Hex in 2021. So the first time I ever saw Hex, I knew about Richard Hart. I knew about Richard Hart. Okay. And I didn't really think much of him on Twitter. I saw he had, 30, 40,000 followers, and I just thought of him as another influencer. And then I got something in the mail, which I'm presuming was because of the Ledger database hack, and people were sending Hex. Yeah. Okay, so I received one of those, and I was like, what is this? And I honestly, transparently speaking, thought it was a scam, so I threw it out. A week later, I'm in this I went to a transcendental meditation course. So I go in and we have this course. And then after the class, I go to a pizzeria and I see one of the students there while I'm eating. And he's like, so what do you do for a living? And I said, well, I went to school to be a history teacher, but I've been actively involved in cryptocurrency since 2017. And he said to me, and his wife said to me, please don't get him started with cryptocurrency. He got in 7 months ago. He hasn't shut the hell up about it. So he started asking me questions about like Solana and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, well, I interviewed the founder of Solana on my channel way back when. And then he brought up Hex. And I'm like, I know about Hex, but I never really got involved in it. And after that, I was like, I never really got involved in it. I've heard of it. I actually just got something in the mail from them, but I haven't really been involved in it. Now, 5 days later to a week, I see one of my favorite traders on Twitter, Harry, a liquid, his name's Harry, I think it's a Liquid Trades. He talks about Pulse Chain, and I cashed out in May, so I was bored. I was very bored with the market because I cashed out and I hadn't been in for 5 months. So I was like, Pulse Chain, what is this? So I was like, okay, this is a fork. This is a new layer 1. This is environmentally friendly. It's much more efficient than Ethereum. You're gonna have all your copies of Pulse Chain. I mean, all your copies from Ethereum to Pulse Chain. Yeah. What community is this? And then I went into the Pulse Chain community and realized that there was a synergistic, basically, relationship between Hex and Pulse Chain.
Right.
And I was like, wow, if only I knew about Hex earlier. And I was like, God damn it. So, and that's how I got in. And at the time, my YouTube channel was a dying channel. I had like 500 subscribers. I didn't make any videos anymore. I was like, I gave up. But I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can make one last video on Pulse Chain with a guest. And I had a guest with Eric. God bless his soul. Passed away, unfortunately. And
who is Eric? I don't.
So Eric was the first individual that I interviewed on my channel.
Okay. He was just a Pulse guy.
He was a big time Pulsican who helped out a lot of people. And unfortunately, I believe in February he took his own life.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So he was the first one, and after that interview, things just, things were just up from there. And then I did an interview with Hod Pro, and it was tweeted by Richard Hart.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is
one. I remember that one.
Thank you. And I was like, this is a different community that I've ever experienced in my 5 years in blockchain.
Yeah. So you've been in for 5 years. You were you ever Bitcoin maxi at first? Did you come from that? No, you're always non-denominational.
No, I've never bought. Honestly, I've only bought a Bitcoin for transacting, but actually my first transaction was Litecoin in 2017.
Okay.
I never was a Bitcoin maxi at all. I always knew when I got into cryptocurrency that Bitcoin was not the way for someone like me to make a substantial amount of money. I was never that maxi. I did give homage to its ability to start off this and kickstart this space, but I'm not going to be one of those people that don't realize that innovation derives itself from acceleration of technology, not by stagnation. So
it's like martial arts,
Exactly.
Like there's purists that will, kind of hate on styles that, are based on the old original methods, but have kind of evolved over the years over experience and testing and
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, with the whole maximalism thing, and so like I know that there's a lot of hex maxis and stuff like that, and I don't have a problem with them because I think that any community that actually is going to be big will get maxis no matter what.
Course.
Like I'm not a hex maximalist, but I'm only invested in hex because I don't see a whole lot
Richard Hart maxis.
Yeah, but if somebody wants to build something, I'm okay with it. If you want to get into dog coins, go ahead and do what you want with your money.
Of course.
I don't really like the people
none of my
that are
business.
like, you're doing this with you shouldn't be doing, you know what I mean? I don't care. But when people ask me, what are you into? I'm like, well, Richard Hart. So they automatically think that I'm a maxi. And it's like, dude, I don't care what you're getting into. I just know it's good for me. I know it's good for, what I think that is really good stuff. But with hex maximalism, I think that it's more, I don't want to see it go to the Bitcoin maximalism side where they don't see anything, but I get both sides where it's like, I get maximalism because it's like you see Solana going down, you see Luna get rug pulled, you see Celsius get rugged, you see all these things around you. There becomes more of a maxi mentality because and that's why Bitcoin has such a big maxi mentality because they've been around for 11 years. They've seen rug pulls, they've seen things go to zero for the last 11 years. So they go, oh, that's everything out there. 99.99% of everything out there has gone and came and gone for the last 11 years, and nothing stayed the test of time except for Bitcoin. So I get where they're coming from, but I don't think that. And so like, I don't think that. I think it's healthy to have discussions and honest discussions, and I think
I
Tone
agree.
Vays is not having actual honest discussions.
Not
I
at all.
think that he's probably has a huge bag of Bitcoin, probably not as big as Richard's, but he said that today. He was like, this guy telling me what Bitcoin is, but he has less of a Bitcoin than I have. I'm like, dang.
That's the
You're
thing,
probably
man.
right.
They don't realize that the ethos and the whole model of why Bitcoin was created was economic inclusion and freedom from the state, and yet they're creating a tribalistic, exclusionary environment towards these new platforms that could enrich this space and not cause it to digress or regress. I'm sorry.
Right, and I don't understand how they think that building on top of Bitcoin is even feasible at this time. It's like you've had 11 years to build on Bitcoin, and it's not a thing. Like
Hasn't
you
happened.
have Lightning Network that's not even like nobody uses it. I don't know one person that uses Lightning Network, and it's not even Bitcoin. It's
Right.
not even Bitcoin. It's a layer. I don't even know if it's a layer 2 of Bitcoin. It's like a completely different, separate thing that's not Bitcoin. So it's like you guys aren't building onto it because it's not. You're not able to.
Exactly.
So why not? I wish they were just honest about what they were talking about. And same with Hexicans. If you're being dishonest and you're saying Hex is, this and that, and it's not owned by a centralized entity, hey, maybe that's not, and we all know the OA owns 80+%. And maybe use that. And I'd say it's like, I don't care if Richard owns 95% of it, 99% of it. If the price pumps and I'm holding on to it and he's not dumping, I'm okay with however
I'd rather
he's
he
going to
did.
do.
He's
Yeah.
about the
Yeah,
only person I trust not to dump it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
Personally,
There's good things that you
If I
can
was a
talk
betting
about,
man.
and with Bitcoin too, where it's like, oh, it's unconfiscatable. No, it's not. You should it's not unconfiscatable. You shouldn't be saying to people it's unconfiscatable. You should be like, hey, this is how you manage your keys, and this is, but unconfiscatable is being just dishonest, and I don't think these
It's a little
Bitcoin
broad.
maximalists are very dishonest about what they're talking about. I believe,
And I dare say that Bitcoin is more confiscatable, much more confiscatable than Hex, because Hex is not on the immense amount of centralized exchanges that Bitcoin is.
right.
Bitcoin's
Right.
on every single exchange under the sun. And
Right.
if those exchanges go insolvent, or if those financial organizations go insolvent, as seen with Celsius, as seen with
Right.
BlockFi,
Yep.
those Bitcoin are not yours. I mean, Hex, this is one good thing that I really like about Hex, is that you don't see Hex built on a substantial amount. You don't see Hex on basically any exchanges besides DEX
Right.
exchanges. So, I mean, to make that
And
argument,
so, yeah. I mean, if Coinbase goes down today, how many thousands of Bitcoin is Coinbase holding, and how much Gemini and all of these, like you said, exchanges. I mean, if they just banned all the exchanges, or something happened with all the exchanges, like that's a lot of Bitcoin that are just gone now, and they would love that, or not gone, but held by a few people.
isn't Mt. Gox a perfect example of this? Like, seriously.
Exactly.
And look at and I love how you bring up Gemini. Like, have you guys noticed that Tyler and Cameron, Bitcoin is not even part of their bios anymore on Twitter? It's all about their subpar rock band.
God.
Yeah,
Have you seen the rock band? Have you seen the rock band?
I have. It's literally, it makes Nickelback look like Queen. It's bad. It's really bad.
I saw like whoever's playing, whichever Winklevoss is playing the guitar, not too bad. The singer though, I was like, geez, what is happening here? Please, like, guys, I know you have billions of dollars, but please don't sing. Like, whatever you like, hire somebody else to do that. You get a hold of some drums or the triangle or something. Don't be singing. That was awful.
A triangle, even?
Oh, dude, I don't even know if he could do the
I'm gonna have to
triangle.
check it
It
out.
sounds like
Yeah.
he's tone deaf, so it's like ding, ding, ding. It was pretty bad. But yeah. I mean, these guys that are, I mean, it's crazy that they think that it's decentralized, not only with people that are holding, but with their centralization with their mining. They think that it's decentralized that way too, which is not honest, because it's like, I can't start up my own Bitcoin miner without getting, I probably never get any Bitcoin, first and foremost, because I'm not able to mine that well, And then you're competing with these huge corporations that probably are mining 90% of the, maybe not corporations, but huge mining facilities that are
hired experts.
What is it, like 3 or 4 entities that mine like 90% of the Bitcoin? So it's like, dude, you're not mining it. You yourself are not mining one. So you have to join a pool, and the pool is, you're not going to get anything off of that. You're not going to be able to pay your electricity bills. And so it's just, it's not decentralized at all. And they're just lying about all of it. And it's just, it's cringe to me. Bitcoin, Tone Base is also talking about how NFTs aren't real or aren't valuable. And I'm not anything unless they're built on Bitcoin. It's like, then they become valuable. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like that's absurd. I mean, NFTs, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I'll say it first and foremost, but they do have an inherent value. They give a lot of artists that are not that really wouldn't have a chance to become well known. It gives them a chance. It gives them a voice. I think that's the most important part of NFTs is the voice part for artists.
Right. Yeah. And I mean,
I agree.
The technology, and you've been here since 2017. I was here like mid 2016, so we've been in about the same time. The space, as slow as it has been to innovate, there are things like Hex or like that we've seen that actually there's some good. You find the gold in these small. It's like maybe one thing that comes out of it in one cycle. Out of it, but it's amazing. Like Hex is amazing, and it was built, and it's like, okay, maybe in 2 more cycles NFTs really catch on, and then you see something crazy happen with them, and that's where it's like, oh, this is what it turned into. For Bitcoin to Hex, it took 10 years or 11 years to actually innovate. So I mean, we could see it 5 years, 6 years, the NFTs, then there's something built and it's like, whoa, this is what NFTs were supposed to be made for. The whole board yachts and stuff like that. Yeah, it was just foolish, Litecoins and color coins like back in the day and stuff like that. Yeah. But there's one thing that comes out of it where it's like, oh man, this is awesome. So I don't have any hate for them. I just don't see the use case right now. And that, keeping an open mind for everybody, I think is what we all need, is an open mind and open discussion to where it's like, okay, this is actually feasible and this is actually going to work. Most of the things that we see with NFTs right now are just jokes. So until the day where we see it, where it's like, whoa, that's awesome.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I've never bought an NFT personally.
Same. No, me neither.
Have I been gifted one that I've sold?
Right.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, but I've never gone out and bought an NFT before.
Right. And Hex Toys, I don't know if you've seen Hex Toys. They come out with like they're making like action figures. Like that's actually like having an NFT that you can bring into the real world that gives you actually something, I think is a good idea.
That's what we've been saying. Having something that it's physically tied to.
Like if you were gonna buy a painting and it's like, if you buy this NFT, you get, I'll send you the actual painting or whatever, and it'll be marked. That makes sense, and then you can sell either one for money if somebody wants to buy it off of you. But I don't get the whole buying the whole Bored Apes thing. Just blows my mind. It really just blows my mind. I'm like, it's literally procedurally generated, which means a computer is just making these up, and it's like, oh, this one has a hat, this one has a longer nose, it's just like, so that's what we're buying now. And then you see it with celebrities. They have those. You're just like, oh god,
like all of them,
bro. You'll buy. It goes to show that human beings will buy anything to be in a crowd. Like,
right? You're right. I mean, you see Pokemon cards, I think, are more valuable than I think NFTs. Like, that's actually physical and I can hold it. Like, that's
interesting.
I'm not a big NFT guy or a big Pokemon guy, but I think that they're more valuable. I mean, Logan Paul.
We'd still love you if you were.
Yeah.
I'm not, I swear.
We're all friends here.
I still have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards right behind this mic.
Hey, no, I don't have any problem.
And it's all good.
Dude, I used to collect. I have football cards from the 90s.
There you go.
I kept them.
I was a comic.
It's the same thing.
I'm still in.
Yeah. Like everybody's got their collecting thing where it's like, okay, you have this and I have this. I get it. I don't get the NFTs, but I get why people would collect Pokemon cards. But for me, it has to be a physical thing. And the whole digital collecting thing. I see it as more like if you've played a video game, you know, like a Fortnite or Call of Duty or something like that. You buy a skin, and it's like that. You don't get a like. I don't know. I just don't see it catching up. Although there's what is it? CS:GO. They sell like knives and stuff like that, and those are, you know, you can actually make money off of it. So I get it, but it's more of like a gambling thing instead of an actual like you really see this as a collectible. That's how I see it.
I agree, and for me it's more exactly, and for me personally, I'm in this to invest. And don't get me wrong, people have made so much money on NFTs, but I feel like they're so inherently risky when it comes to 6-figure subpar images.
Right.
Like I don't know. I'd rather go with actually investing in legitimate protocols. I'm not saying NFTs aren't legitimate, but to me, it's just I don't have the skin for that. Not for me.
Right. Yeah. I get, and if you want to do it, I'm not hating on you. You
do
whatever you're gonna do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go ahead, spend your money however you want. We've got this great thing called HEX.com that you probably, you know, maybe you could make a little yield off of that you might want to put that money into.
Exactly.
But if you're gonna do it, like if you're gonna be a degen, you're gonna be a degen. It doesn't matter what you're gonna get into. So it's like I don't care what people do with their money, but you know, I'm not gonna be that type of maximalist that's gonna call everything a Ponzi scheme.
Exactly.
Like, do what you're gonna do.
My granny used to say, "If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough." So
there you go.
Keep that one in mind. That's all I'd say.
Exactly. Let's see. Liquidity positions, NFTs on Uniswap. That's utility. Yeah, I guess that the NFTs, they give you an NFT. I don't really understand why that's an NFT, but yeah, they do get, if you provide liquidity on Uniswap, it gives you an NFT, and I guess it's like it tells you like it does say NFT next to it. It's weird on Uniswap. I don't know why it's an NFT though, but yes, it is true.
Did you guys? I don't know if you guys recently got ledgers, but ledger's actually giving, like, my friend just got a ledger today, and he got like a card with an NFT that you could like redeem or something like that. Very strange.
Yeah, I mean, I put up an NFT. This is when it was like a penny to put them up, and like I put them up for a penny or whatever, or $1 or something like that. Because it was like, this is at the start of the bull run when nobody even talked. It was like, hey, put those, because I used to do thumbnails that were just like wild, like just stupid. I don't know if you look back at some of my thumbnails, they're just stupid. But somebody was like, put that as an NFT. So I put it up there, and I don't even know if I made any money, but I got an airdrop a few times because I did it. And I was like, oh, nice. I got an airdrop for this NFT that I put in. But yeah, I don't have a problem especially if you're making money. If you can make money off your NFTs, dude, do that. Like, you know, make some money. It's free money. If you can draw, or if you can try to, you know, if you're good at marketing, do that. You know, maybe don't market to the Hex kids, please, because I need them to be putting it into Hex. But market to everybody else, not Hexicans.
Bro, it's so funny because the one NFT that I did make money off of, I won in a contest, and the other NFTs that I put on OpenSea, I put on a really funny NFT. I'm surprised I wasn't banned from OpenSea. It was literally, I went to a zoo and I saw this zebra with an erection that I've never seen before. It was like a 12-foot erection, and I put it on
dragging on the ground.
I literally titled it "Zebra Be Hanging," and no one obviously bought it. But
well, that's what sucks is it costs money to put it up there. It's not free. You have to. Well, I don't know about OpenSea, but I remember I think it was Rareable is the one that I put it. You actually have to put money. Like, you have to post it or mint it or something like that. You actually have to post it. It costs you Ethereum. It was like $30 for me to do it. And I was like, I better make this money back, because it was like, it was not free to put it up there. So you found Hex, you enjoy it. I'm guessing you like the community.
Yeah.
And you've been in for a year now, or
I've been in what?
You've been in Hex for about a year?
September, October, so almost a year. Okay. 9-10 months. Yeah, almost.
Okay. So you got in kind of at the top. That kind of sucks.
I did, but I never bought up until
cool.
I never bought until about a month ago. My
Oh,
first buy
sweet.
was point. My first buy was point.
You don't have to tell us. You don't have to dox yourself, but
Oh
it's,
no.
it's
I mean,
cool.
I'm not telling
It's
you how
cool
much.
that you wait. Yeah, you waited.
No, I'm not telling you guys I'm not saying how much I bought, but I bought at 0.031.
Oh, nice, dude. So
Yeah.
you got some good prices.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So and I
Awesome.
continue. I'm going to be continuing buying when this market collapses even more, which I believe. No financial advice. I'm following Richard hard on this. I believe it will.
Yeah,
Right.
I would
So
agree.
it makes
I would agree.
sense.
Oh, I hope that Hex just decouples and takes off. But
Takes off
let's
all
hope and
gnarly
pray. Let's hope and pray for that one,
into
guys.
the heavens.
That's
And
what I'm going
beyond.
for. Yeah, so that decouples and we just keep going up. I mean, maybe there's some big news that happens. I don't know. With Pulse Chain coming out, it really is like I mean, we could see it decouple really hard whenever it, but we have no idea. We don't know how long this bear market's going to last. I mean, the good thing
So
about
many
it is that
unknowns, right?
Hex has been almost in a bear market for a year, and usually these bear markets last a year. So right now we could probably be seeing a little bit of sideways action before one little capitulation, maybe to a penny. Some people are saying a penny, or we just go up from here. Maybe we already got our capitulation.
So see, I was talking to David about this with a penny yesterday, and I don't know. Do you gentlemen see a penny? I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of
buy pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, dude, $10,000 to buy a million Hex sounds pretty good. It sounds
crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
I see if it capitulates down to a penny, it could capitulate and wick down to a penny if it does. But I think that 3 cents, 2.5 cents is probably the bottom if not capitulating that far. And I have no idea, but no financial advice
Right,
here.
of course.
That's my shtick. Sorry, that's why it was like my thing when I used to stream. No financial advice. You'd always have to wiggle the tie.
I would be happy buying 2.5. Personally.
Right? Yeah, and I mean, you did 3.1, which is an awesome buy. I mean, a lot of people, are probably kicking themselves in the butt that they didn't buy it 3 cents right now because we're at 4 cents. But I don't. There's more people. Richard's getting more interviews with bigger names. The community is not slowing down. If you haven't, everybody's seeing their numbers grow. That's what that's what we all are. If you're in the Hex community and you have a face that you're putting out there, your numbers are growing. And
there's more of them all the time.
Yeah. And so it's like, we could see that, but there's more people coming in and there's more people staking and it's getting longer. And there's, which you just need that one guy who tells that one guy about, and he's got $15 million in ETH that's just sitting there, $30 million in ETH that's just sitting there, and then you see a huge candle. I mean, I was here when the Godwell bought the first time and he doubled the price in one candle. And it was just like, holy crap. It's just this huge green candle up. And we were just like, that day, it was like, whoa, it was great. And then you see that he has, 100,000 ETH or something like that. You're just like, oh, great. This guy's, buying into Hex and then just keeps buying. And he's buying at all these dips,
awesome.
And I mean, with Pulse Chain on the horizon, the first instance I think that we even see a little bit of like, oh yeah, it might be out. It has to be announced though, because Richard given his 4 weeks or 2 more weeks. I don't think that people are going to believe it anymore. I think that people are done with that. Which,
So you think that it's going to be? So you think that because I actually spoke about this with David yesterday. So do you think that the announcement is going to come out just like arbitrarily? Pulse Chain's launching tomorrow, or do you think it's going to be more along the lines of like a 2 weeks for the snapshot and stuff like that?
Oh man, I can't remember what Hex did. I can't remember what Hex actually did, but I think that Hex got a few weeks. I think it was announced in like the 1st of November, and he said it was going to be a couple more weeks. And I don't think I think that it was exactly how it is, because he said 5 weeks for a long time, then it was 4 weeks, and then everybody just kind of, and that's, dude, I was for a year before Hex came out, he was saying 4 weeks, and I was like, I streamed a couple times promoting it. And then it didn't, and everybody fell away. Nobody was around anymore. I mean, there were still people, but it was like, I'd check in every 2 weeks and be like, oh, it's still not out. And then finally he said on it, I think it was on a stream or maybe in Telegram, that it was coming out. And so we all got like hyped up. And what it happened, and I think that this would be a good way to launch is right next to the holidays, because you go and see your parents, you go and talk to your cousins, you go and see all of your aunts and uncles and family.
Yep.
And that's the best time to tell them, is like at a Thanksgiving. And Hex was released right after Thanksgiving. It was released on December 2nd of 2019. So right after Thanksgiving, and there, that was the so I think that releasing it closer to the holidays is actually a good idea. Maybe January, maybe because I don't think he's gonna release it after like the Hex launch, like the 4 years, the 3 years after Hex. But maybe, I don't know. But I think, maybe January 1st or January, when everybody's kind of has talked to their family about getting into PulseCon or PulseCon.
Are you going to PulseCon? Are you gentlemen going to PulseCon?
I am. We
You
are
are?
going. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
both going, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
We
excited.
actually are doing a giveaway to. Are you going, Corey?
I'm not.
You're
Sadly.
not going. Oh, well,
Yeah.
there's a giveaway going on tomorrow. If you would like to, there's a giveaway of airfare and hotel room.
Oh,
For,
okay. Yeah, because
yeah.
the tickets are. I mean, I know it's not bad. I think it's like 1,400, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah.
But like,
Kind of.
yeah,
No, I wasn't going either because it was a little bit too expensive for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm the cheap kind of person, but I got gifted
Yeah.
KSB.TV. They gifted me, and they are doing a giveaway on my channel tomorrow
Okay.
for a airfare and 2 nights hotel. So it's about $1,000. So you still have to get your tickets into PulseCon, but you don't have to. If you don't want to go to PulseCon, you could just sit outside or whatever, And
I'm sure there's going to be tons of people just hanging out, not necessarily making it to all the events and just grouping off and doing their thing.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's what me and Explosive Artist did at the last meetup. We didn't go to any of the meetup stuff. We just kind of hung out and
we kind of go to group dinners, big group dinners or breakfast or whatever. And that was really fun because you get to know people a little bit more on a personal level as opposed to,
yeah.
A lot of the talks
but yeah,
probably.
So we're tomorrow they're doing a giveaway. Black Hexagon is going to be on the show with a couple of the chicks. So yeah, if you're there's my Twitter post. Just go check it out, and you got to retweet it and comment underneath, and that's it. And you get and everybody else out there. Yeah,
I'll do that now.
Yeah, do that, and check it out because it's a free air. It's tickets like an airplane ticket, so you can actually have it there as long as you want. But they're gonna pay for 2 nights at a hotel. So if you want to stay longer, you'd have to pay for the longer hotel.
Of course.
But,
let me find.
Yeah, I can. Let me actually find it. I'll find it and I'll put it in the chat because everybody can.
I have a question, Hexo.
What's that?
Is the Honorable Nagabo going to be having a party at this?
Oh, I'm not sure if he is going to. Let's see. If anybody knows,
found it.
You found it?
Yep.
Nice. Let me see if I can find it.
I'll put it in the chat for you, gentlemen.
Yeah, put it go ahead and put it in the chat. If it doesn't post, just put it in the private chat and I'll repost it. What if the winner of Hexa's meet is awkwardly silent? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. They have to be in the chat tomorrow on my stream, so it's gonna be a great stream tomorrow. It'll be a short one because I'm going to my mother-in-law's tomorrow, and we all know that's one of my favorite things.
Oh, up in the hills, way up in the woods.
Naga is a cult now. Yeah, Jim Rat will be in Vegas. What's up, Jim Rat?
What's up, Jim Rat? How you doing, man?
What's up, dude?
But yeah, we so we'll be doing that tomorrow, and it'd be great. Hopefully, the winner is here in the chat, because if you're not, you won't win. You have to be.
We're gonna have a bugga bugga repeat.
yeah. But yeah, Corey, do you like? So are you're getting involved with Pulse? Did you sacrifice for Pulse?
Okay, so excuse me, I sacrificed for Pulse X. And the way I was able, well, I'm not sure if I'm able to. So the gentleman that unfortunately, took his own life gave me an OTC deal for a day 1 sac rate. Okay. So that deal is kind of in the air right now. So I'm just going to make it seem like I'm not getting it. However, there are two very, very, very generous Hexicans out there. I'm not going to name their names because I know that they wouldn't want people messaging them to give them the same rate.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there are two individuals that approached me and said, Corey, we appreciate what you do. You're hustling to get the word out. You were so excited to get involved in Pulse Chain, and then this happened. We'll give you the equivalent of what you were going to buy from Eric, the day one sack rate.
Oh,
So,
nice, dude.
I'm hoping that I can get my Pulse Chain that I gave, because I already gave my money and my friend's money, who also wanted to get into Pulse Chain,
Right.
to Eric almost a year ago now. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I get it. But I don't want to
Yeah. How would that work? Do you have to
So I'm still in
Okay.
contact with his executor,
okay.
who's involved, because he did multiple deals with people, like many deals with a lot of people.
Okay.
And I'm not the only one. So I'm in contact with his the one who's taking care of his crypto estate, as you will. And the guy's really nice. He's a really good
Right.
dude. I do trust him, but
Yeah.
these gentlemen, were.
Well, I hope that all goes well, man. That kind of
Thank you.
It's bad on everybody's part, because it's like you give, and that's one of the things where it's hard
Yeah.
to kind of. It sucks with crypto, especially because it's like
Mm-hmm.
we always say not your keys, not your coins, but it's also like, man, sometimes you get, like you wanted to get into Pulse Chain. There's no easy way to do it except for doing something like that.
Exactly.
And then kind of get wrecked. So, yeah, I mean, so it'd be great to meet you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we'll
that'd be
be
great.
all the, I really want to do a meetup, and not like Pulse like we did a meetup a couple of years ago at Disney World, where everybody I said I was going to be here on this date. You buy your own tickets to Disney World. You buy, you find your flight. We'll just be here on this date. And if you want to do a meet, or if you want to meet up with me, and it was Crypto Coffee, and
Cool.
Big Pep was there. It was great. And it was really, it was probably 10 people there, 20 people there. It was Nardo was there. But it was the bet. It was probably my favorite meetup, because it was 20 people, 15 people. You all got to we all walked around Disney World together.
Hexa loves Disney.
I do
with
like
a
this,
passion.
not in a weird way. Not I don't dress up like Mickey Mouse on my.
He's dressing up like John Smith,
and I
from
know
Pocahontas.
that he's an evil mouse. So everybody's gonna give him crap. Oh, he's a Disney guy. It's not. No,
I've never been to Disney, so that would be awesome.
Really? Okay.
No.
Yeah. So I mean,
You got to check it out at least once. It's a
Absolutely.
Hex Kong put it together. He put it together, and I think we should do maybe not Disney. I was thinking like Bahamas, like we could all meet up in the Bahamas or something like that. And it's just a meetup. Nobody, you don't have to pay to get in. You don't have to pay me to, hang out with me or anything like that. You just, hey, if you want to hang out on this day, we'll be at the beach or something, cooking some barbecue or something. So those are my favorite, because then it's, you get to know everybody, and
a lot more casual.
Yeah. Escatar was there. Yeah. Escatar was there. It was great. It was really fun. And everybody that went really had a great time. And I would like to keep it like that. Like the whole convention thing is for certain type of people, and I get it, but I'm not, like I can listen to all you guys on the internet. I don't want to listen to you in the real life. Like I just rather talk to you.
You'd rather go
like instead of just, well, the Hex is this. It's like, yes, I know.
Well, let me tell you about these t-shirts, Hexo. And you're like, I know. Can we just go hang out, and you can tell me about your...
Can we go get a beer or something and just
tell me about your childhood,
but I get it.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to orchestrate a meeting sometime in maybe Manhattan, because I'm not far from New York City as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think Hex Kong lives out there too. You should hook up with Hex Kong. He's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hexicans in New York that I was actually not aware of.
Oh, really? Wales Only, I think, is it doesn't
Wales Only. Yeah, Wales Only is out here. Some other Hexicans out here that I've met. I met Gunther in person. I'm not sure if he's
okay.
I think he's doing his own thing now.
Yeah, I think he went. Yeah. I think he hates Hexicans at this point.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened.
It was his Pulse Doge thing, I think. He doesn't like that people. I sold mine. I got it. I sold it. I didn't say anybody. I didn't talk bad about it. I just said I sold it, and they attacked me. That's the one bad thing. It's like you become a maximalist almost because you get attacked for selling the, if you get something for free, especially me, I've sold Uniswap, I've sold Pulse Doge, I've sold my Hedron, I've sold all of it for Hex. Like that's I love Hex, and if if people ask me what I'm gonna do with it, I told them the truth. I don't lie to people. Like I don't be like, oh, I'm and I don't care, to do any of that. But if you tell the owners or any of these guys, they get all offended, like you're talking crap on their thing. It's like, dude, I don't care about your Pulse Doge.
Like,
I don't care about your Doge coins. I don't care.
It.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear something really cool? You guys know who the heavy metal hexagons are?
It's the band, right?
Yeah, because they live
kissing
Candace. They actually, one of my best friends was in a band that actually toured with them a couple of years back, and I found out that Mike actually lives 15 minutes away from me.
Oh, crazy!
Yeah, small world, man. It really is. There's a lot of hexagons on Long Island.
I would love to go to New York. I've never been east of Nebraska. Personally.
East, okay.
I've been very far west, but not,
Oh yeah. Nardo's parents were there. My parents loved the Disney trip. Yeah, his mom and dad came. They're such nice people. Dude,
I got to meet them.
You think Nardo's nice? You want to see a 10x of Nardo? His parents are 10x of Nardo. Yeah. And Nardo is like the best dude in the world. Yeah, I feel evil in their presence. Like just
I'm eating
to them.
chicken
I'm like, no, I'm
waffles,
an evil man.
And I got Nardo and his beautiful parents.
Yeah, they're awesome people. They're awesome.
Good,
yeah. But I mean, it would be great. We should do a small meetup, even if it's a big meetup. Lots of people come. It's like I don't care, but I don't want. I hate charging people to like hang out or do anything.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. It's going to cost anything, no matter where you go. If we all meet up in Disney World, it's going to cost you airfare. It's going to cost you this and that. But like to get in to hang out with me, I don't want people to have to. You get the VIP tickets. Hang out with Mickey, get a little hand job from Hex.
Whoa!
Sorry.
I thought you were going to say a back rub or something.
Sorry.
You started getting like you started raising the volume of your voice and everything when you said that. I was like,
oh gosh, yeah, it was little. Get those big Mickey hands on.
I've been invited to pull Hexo's rickshaw in Vegas for PulseCon.
Yeah, he's gonna. I'm gonna be arriving on a rickshaw.
He promised only a 3-seater, so. I'm trading. I'm trading for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I would love to do that. And Corey is like, dude, it'd be awesome to meet you in real life.
Yeah, like
even if you're not PulseCon, I mean, dude, sometime we'll have to meet up, bro.
Of course, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, but I wrote an article about this community. I think Richard Hart tweeted it, actually. I wrote an article. It was called The Hexagon Will, The Hex Experiment. It wasn't about the price of Hex. It wasn't about the technology. It wasn't about Pulse Chain. It wasn't about Pulse X or anything like that. It was about the strongest functionality of Hex is its community. Right. And talking about Richard Hart's strength and talking about his conviction against all odds of all angles. It's very difficult to have that type of fortitude when you're literally in the lion's den and you're basically attacked on all angles. That takes a lot of level-headedness, takes a lot of fortitude. And I think that this gatekeeping that we've had against us has created a community that's I've never you've been in this since 2016. I've been in since 2017. I've never seen a community like this before. Personally, I've never seen this before.
Right. I totally agree. I think like the other communities that I've seen, they they kind of stay on their own. They don't. There's not like it's crazy. And I haven't dove off of too many other communities. Usually I was the shitcoin buyer back in the day that just bought everything that was like pumped by Altcoin Daily or these guys. Yeah. So I'd be like, oh, I'm getting into this one. But so I never got involved with any of the communities. So I can't speak too much. And I don't know if you have, like, I've never been in multiple, but you don't see, like, if you go, somebody starts tweeting. Yeah, you have been. So it's you have better, like knowledge than I do about it. Because if somebody tweets out an XRP or ADA or any of these other ones, which are big communities, you don't see a bunch of people posting, you should get into this. Like Hex,
it's not the same as
Hex. Somebody
It's not.
tags Hex, and it's like Hexicans just flood it with like, whatever memes, like
True.
everything, and it's crazy. I'm just like, so from my standpoint, but I only follow Hexicans. From my standpoint, I'm like, okay, this community is crazy big, but I also am not involved with XRP or ADA or any of those other ones. So it's like, but if you say that and most of the people that have been in other communities come to the Hex community, they're like, geez, this is crazy. Like it's wild.
Very different. It's a very different, in a very good way. Like being in crypto, like I was the main ambassador for a cryptocurrency protocol. It doesn't exist anymore. It's called Sharder, but I was also the main community ambassador, one of the main community ambassadors for a cryptocurrency protocol called Icon. I don't know if you guys remember Icon.
Yeah, I remember Icon.
So I was their main community ambassador for almost 2.5 years. And after I stopped being their community ambassador early last year, and I've been in so many communities, I've never seen a community like this before, and in a very good way.
Right. I mean, if you started up a stream about ADA right now, Cardano, which I think is probably the next biggest community, which is, right now, you would like, we have 140 viewers that we have right now. I bet you wouldn't get 10 people.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like really? Oh yeah, dude. Nobody watches that stuff. They don't care. Like they're just
unless you're a behemoth, unless you're a behemoth streamer.
Right. Yeah.
But
if you're like Altcoin Daily or something in your stream about it, they'll go to it. But if you're just like, us talking about 88, nobody would even join. Like it would be a very small amount of people from what I've seen.
I agree.
So it's like, I
agree.
Yeah. Unless you're a behemoth guy. Yeah. Very, very true. But yeah, I mean, the Doge guys, the Doge community on Reddit is 100,000 times bigger than Hex's. Yeah, but who's like, okay?
I don't know anybody that's
and
regularly.
I don't know. Do you see somebody stream about Doge? We're talking about, I'm talking about like Reddit communities. Yeah,
just regular participants in a project regularly, producing content in order to, bring awareness to a project. Right. Or even getting each other's back. I wonder if that's why it attracts so many former military, or is because it feels like that type of a get your back relationship in the community.
Yeah. You're both military? I know you are. So are you?
Yeah, we were both in the Marines. That's where we met each other.
Seriously, God bless. Seriously, God bless you guys. We support our troops flag right behind me.
I remember that.
Yeah, I had to move some stuff around.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, I think that the military aspect does come into it because we can see people bullshitting very easily. And Richard Hart is the only person that I see in the entire crypto space that isn't bullshitting. Like I've told people millions of times, if Hex wasn't around and Richard Hart was around, I'd be out of the crypto space because it's just a bunch of scams. It literally is every single person out here is just trying to take your money. There's nobody, and like in the Hex community, for the most part, from what I've seen, is people trying to help each other and people trying to uplift each other. People, like people come into your streams and supporting you or just commenting or saying, nice things. Like,
or retweet or.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of that coming from any other community, and that's why I really enjoy it.
Bro, Trevor Sarver, who I had on a couple of days ago, he bought me this mic. He bought me this microphone. This camera. He bought me this bipod. He's literally sending me a backdrop / green screen. Crypto Vince bought me StreamYard Pro.
Wow.
Love.io Anders bought me Zoom Pro. Like,
dang.
It literally, Trevor said to me yesterday, he was like, 2 days ago when I interviewed him, or 3, he's like, here's $1,000. Go upgrade your equipment. I'm like,
that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, Trevor's cool. He's the guy that he knows the corn.
Brian Welch.
Richard,
Brian Welch.
He knows. He got Richard involved with the corn.
Trevor's awesome. He's such a nice guy.
The corn guy. The corn on the cob dude.
I used to love the corn.
I used to love corn. I haven't listened to him.
I still love corn.
Really?
Right. I bet a lot of their songs still hold up, but it has been a while. I should go back to it.
Yeah. I
One of my favorite songs is one of my favorite songs is "Here to Stay." I mean, I don't listen to a lot of their songs, but the songs that I do listen to, I'm a big fan of. Like "Here to Stay,"
Right.
I like "Freak on a Leash." So
Yeah,
Agreed.
I remember that
Agreed.
one.
Yeah.
I remember there was in the pamphlet when you'd open the CD, there was a non-clothed woman in there, and I I found myself at 13-year-olds. I really found myself to that woman.
Did your parents not know?
They did not. I freaking put it underwater and and trashed it afterwards. I felt very bad. Yeah,
Burned it out. Burned it out in the pasture.
Corey's like, dude, I gotta get off of this.
No, bro, don't you worry. I completely understand.
Like,
I know Hexo's
degrading my
parents, so I'm
brand
trying to
here. You're
imagine.
degrading my brand.
No, not at all. I'm probably degrading your guys' brain with my voice.
No.
I mean, I don't know what it is. I have I think I have long COVID. So that I had
A lot of
COVID
people have
month.
been getting kind of cold symptoms. I feel like the past month or so. You know,
And I'm not. It's weird because I'm not sick. I don't have a fever, but I have this major thing in my I don't know what it is, but I sound like it's hard. I have to keep coughing. It's annoying.
No, it's all right. It's all right, dude.
I haven't even
Don't you
noticed.
worry. Yeah, don't you worry. Well, we're at an hour thing, dude. Corey, you've been an awesome guest. You're an awesome person. Tell everybody where they can find you, because you need all the followers that you deserve 10x more followers today. So
we do recommend you all the time, like especially for outside resources. Your platform is a great way to absorb information. You always have very smart people on, so we always recommend you.
Thank you so much. God bless. I was actually on. I was watching one of you guys' streams a couple of days ago, and you guys gave me a shout out, so that meant a lot. I appreciate that. And I appreciate what you two gentlemen are doing as well. You know, fighting the good fight, constantly streaming every day. I watched the video that you literally have you streamed for 532 days straight.
572.
Yeah,
I did. I was waiting. I love when because I can't remember the exact number too. So I'm always waiting for him to say
with 3 24-hour streams.
With 3 24-hour streams and one when you're in the hospital while
my wife not a 24-hour stream when my wife was pregnant or when my wife was a baby, but it was I did.
How many times did you interview Richard?
I've interviewed Richard 2 or 3 times. Probably talked to him. Well, lots of times talk to him, but probably on stream 5 or 6 with the 24-hour streams because he would join and stuff like that. So
John McAfee or McAfee.
You spoke to him before?
Yeah, we interviewed him actually.
Wow.
I was like, holy,
that's awesome.
He was like he was one of my favorites before he died.
Yeah. Because I was supposed to interview him, but I had a small channel, and his wife told me that he was running for president, so he was like, kind of.
Yeah. Well, if you had 1,000 or more, that's how I got involved. He was like, if you have 1,000 or more followers on YouTube, I'll stream with you. And I was like, I had like 1,100 at the time, and I was like, oh please, me, yeah. And dude, because it was my first. Well, my first interview I think was Richard, and my second interview was John McAfee that I've ever done.
Wow.
And I was like, I was very like timid and not. Yeah. And I was like, hi, guys. So I was. It was.
Hello, Your Honor. I mean, Your Highness. I mean.
Seriously, I want to say it was very nice of you guys to let me come on today, and I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate all that you guys do in this community and fighting the good fight. You guys can happily find me. I mean, I'm Corey Costa's Crypto Coins. Guys, there's only 19 likes on this video. You guys got to smash up the likes. Come on, there's 140 people watching.
Jeez.
Like, share, subscribe to Hexologist, Explosive Artist as well. My God, I've been smoking cigarettes for 50 years. You could follow me on Twitter at Corey Costa 123. My Corey Costa's Crypto Coins that I'm actually in the chat right now talking. So I just posted my Twitter, and then that's my YouTube channel. So be happy to
everybody go follow him. He's an awesome dude. Go like his videos, comment under all of his videos.
Thank you.
Everything like that, guys. But yeah, man, thank you for coming today. It was great seeing you.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
Thank
All
you,
right.
two gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, take care, everybody.
Godspeed. Thank you.